Alright, it's a Monday night and we're back with Money Time with a fresh roundup of all the personal finance updates of the day. I'm Shrestha Tiwari. Let's get started. First up, the RBL Bank has hiked interest rates on savings accounts. Account holders can now get interest rates in the range of 4 to 6.25% on savings accounts of different categories. To get the highest rate of interest, that is 6.25%, you will have to maintain a daily balance of 25 lakh rupees. You will get more interest only if you maintain a higher daily balance up to a certain limit in the savings account. If you are maintaining an NPS account, then according to PFRDA, you can appoint a nominee or change your nomination details online without even having to visit the nodal officer's branch. But note that the nodal officer has to approve the changes you have proposed in your nomination details within the next 30 days from the date of submitting of the form. The pension fund regulator has also said that there are a lot of nomination forms lying in the pendency because the nodal officer has not yet given approval. Apparently, PFRDA will automatically process all such forms after the 30-day period. Now, this facility is only available for existing government and corporate subscribers of NPS. Staying with PFRDA, whose chairperson Supratim Bandyopadhyay has said that after a few months, people will be able to subscribe to the Assured Return Investment Scheme of the NPS. Under this scheme, people will either get a fixed guaranteed return or the return will be in sync with any external benchmark like one-year treasury bill. Bandyopadhyay has said that PFRDA may launch the Assured Return Scheme by the end of the current financial year. Next up, we have news for the ones who look to earn quick money through IPOs. You can apply in the IPO of 50-year-old pharmaceutical ingredients maker Jet Healthcare. The IPO size is pegged to be somewhere between 1,800 crore rupees to 2,100 crore rupees. The initial share sale will be 100% OFS. And promoters will offload their stake in the company. The Mumbai-based Jet Healthcare manufactures niche products for pharmaceutical companies. In financial year 2022, it made 76% of its revenue by exporting its products to Europe. Its revenue and PAT have all grown in FY22 on year-on-year basis, and it is a net debt-free company. And if you invest in shares, then you must be getting dividends in your demat account. Numerous stocks turned ex-dividend on Monday. Let's see which were those stocks. Some of these stocks are Mangalore Chemicals, MB Industries and National Peroxide. The record date of finalizing the name for shareholders eligible for dividend payment is Tuesday, September 6, 2022. In India, you need to have shares of the companies 2 days before the record date to become eligible for receipt of dividend. This means that if you would have held shares of any of these firms on or before Friday, which is September 2nd, 2022, then you would get the dividend on the payment date. And do you have a car in some other country and you want to bring it here in India? Well, then you must note that the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has issued a notification which enlists documents required to ply such vehicles on the roads of India. Documents such as a valid registration certificate, a valid driving license or international driving permit, whichever is applicable, an insurance policy and pollution under control certificate would also be required. Also, the ministry has said that if these documents are available in languages other than English, then the owner needs to carry authorized translated copies of these documents. Plus, he also needs to get the translated copies authenticated by the relevant issuing authority. According to Business Daily, the Economic Times, the EPFO has shown support to a proposal of raising the retirement age of employees in the country. This is because it is estimated that average age of the country's population is only going to increase from here on, and this is going to put a huge burden on the government to manage an economy with major portion of the elderly population. Raising the retirement age will provide for better welfare and ecosystem for the elderly. According to a report by NSO, the country is estimated to have elderly population of more than 14 crore by 2031. Raising the retirement age will also reduce the burden of pension funds in the coming times. And if you have not filed your IT return earlier, you can still file it through a new form introduced by the IT department. The Income Tax Department had in May earlier this year notified a form for filing updated income tax returns, also known as ITRU. People have shown robust interest in filling the form once the IT department issued the notification. More than 20,000 taxpayers have already filed the ITRU form for assessment years 2021 and 2022. The IT department also tweeted that over 1.55 lakh updated ITRs were filed in the country up to September 2nd, 2022. Well, according to reports, FIIs have invested a little over 51,000 crore rupees in India's equity markets in the month of August 2022. This is the highest amount they have invested in the last 20 months in India's equity markets. Before this, they had invested such a high amount of close to 62,000 crore rupees in December 2020. Only in July this year, FIIs had turned net buyers in the domestic market after a long gap of 9 months. Between October 2021 and June 2022, they had withdrawn close to 2.5 lakh crore rupees. Talking about markets, equity benchmark indices rallied nearly 1% on Monday. Sensex rose more than 440 points to close above the 59,000 mark. And shares of Suzlon hit upper circuit on Monday after SBI Cap trustee clarified that additional shares pledged was in favor of Suzlon itself and not in favor of Adani Green Energy. The trustee clarified that mentioning the name of Adani Green was just a typographical error, and Suzlon shares jumped 20% to close at 10.57 rupees per share on Monday. And that's a wrap on today's Money Time. You can also watch Money Time in Hindi on our Money9 app, which is now available on Google Play and App Store for downloads. And for all your other personal finance updates, stay tuned to Money9.